So my question is there anything that wasn't mentioned in the movie Self-Made that you would have wanted to be mentioned or brought up at any point?
Great question. That was one of the ones that I had highlighted. So I'm glad that you asked it. I there are if I were doing this, and if there's a sequel, if I get another pass at this, the things that I would emphasize would be her relationship with other women, the women who really helped her. I would have a composite character who was one of her mentors, because I think the women who reached out to her in the beginning when it wasn't clear that she was going to be anything other than a washerwoman are the relationships that were most important to her.
Hmm.
I would have done a lot more with her attorney, F.B. Ransom. He was in the film, but he's kind of a minor character, and he was really instrumental in allowing her to be on the road. He sort of crossed the T's and dotted the I's so she could be a visionary and she could travel. So I would have done more with him. There is a character that is described as his cousin called Sweetness, who is a numbers runner.
Hmm.
And I didn't like that character who was made up because Mr. Ransom was a straight arrow, a law abiding guy who would never have bet on the numbers. And so I thought it kind of gave the impression that he was doing something illegal and that there had to be some kind of shady money that was part of an investment for the Walker Company when that didn't happen. So I would have left that part out. And then I would have included more about her political activism. She was very good friends with Ida B. Wells, who was the big anti-lynching activist. And I would have included that relationship. And then I would have shown more of her philanthropy. There's this really, what I think is a great line in the film saying, I want to be, bigger than Carnegie and Rockefeller put together or something like that. So that's a really great line in the script, but that didn't really happen. And what Madam Walker really said, she knew being a millionaire and sort of striving for that was an important marker in America, in a capitalist society, to be able to say African Americans and women can succeed in and financially. But what she also said was, I love to use a part of what I make to help others. And at her 1917 convention, she gave prizes to the delegates who sold the most products, but who also gave the most to charity. And she told the women at the convention, your first duty is to humanity. I want others to look at us and realize that we care not just about ourselves, but about others. So her real motivation, she wanted to make money, but ultimately her motivation was, what could I do to help my community?
Yeah. Thank you.